Woohoo!
Otherworldlyculture.com. Jeff Miller for Mayor 2026.com. An umpire and a vampire square off week after week, reviewing movies outside their own strike zone. This week's movies, the 2009 Zombieland and the 2008 Semi-Pro, starring Woody Harrelson, Amber Heard, Moria Tourigny, Will Ferrell, Emma Stone, Jesse Eisenberg, Andre 3000, and Carl Spank, a.k.a. Bill Murray. Now two guys whose podcast lasts longer than Aaron Rodgers' Jets career.
Wow!
Tim Kretschmann and Jeff Miller.
Woo!
Coming out hot.
Wow.
Coming out hot.
I would say that's a little bit mean.
Why?
You're being a little mean.
Why? He was a little bit mean to Green Bay.
Well, yeah, he was.
Screw him.
Well,
no, you know what's...
I don't want to screw him, but there are many women that would.
No, I don't even think they even do either. So here's the thing. Even listen to this. You know what? Yes, he hurt himself. That's terrible. But you know who really got hurt out of this deal? The Jets fans and the Packer fans. Because the Packers do not get that first round draft pick now because he will not receive 65% of the snaps. And the Jets fans, they had a chance. It's been since Super Bowl III. But it's not going to be this year.
Yeah. We'll see. It's a long season. Hey, everybody. My name is Tim. I'm known as the VAMP. I'm a vampire, and I love horror movies. And I come on here and review sports movies that are given to me by the Ump.
That's me. I'm the Ump. My name's Jeff Miller. We've been doing this now for 6 seasons. This is season number 7.
Yep.
I review
Taking them in order.
I review horror movies, which it's tough.
What do you mean it's tough? It's wonderful.
I have a hard enough time sleeping the way it is.
Hey,
now
Susie.
I watch this stuff. Yep, Susie. Hey, SS.
Yep.
Susie Snowflake. Whatever. Snowflake.
That was close. That was close.
But here's the thing. Horror movies. But I'll be honest with you. Tim last season threw me these softballs. They were like easy. They were super easy. And he may get me back this season, and I don't know. We'll see.
You don't even know.
The Collector.
Just so people know, Jeff is pretty famous. He invented a new type of pitching machine that throws wrenches instead of balls. It's called the Patches O'Houlihan pitching machine. Did you know that?
Well, I invented it. Yes, I do know that.
That's
yes,
right.
Of course.
Okay. I forgot.
They're adjustable wrenches, so you can adjust the size that you want to go around the person's head.
That's nice. We got a heck of a good show, I think, this week here. I am going to be reviewing the movie Semi-Pro, which I believe describes not only the players, but the crew that shot the film. And you are going to be reviewing the movie Zombieland.
Yes, I will be reviewing Zombieland, not Zombieland Double Tap. Zombieland. Yes, that's all I have. I don't want to give out too much.
You don't want to give it away because it ain't there for free. Well, okay, no. Everybody.
You always heard the old saying, right?
The old saying?
The old saying.
Oh, the old saying.
Why would you get the milk if you buy the cow for free? So there you go. So don't do that.
Why would you buy the milk?
Right.
If
the cow is free.
If you can get it from the cow.
Right.
For free. Is kind of the way it goes.
It's utterly...
Jeff, do you want to go first? Because you seem pretty keyed up for Zombieland.
No.
You don't. Okay.
I got to get back in the groove of this. I think you should go first.
I will go first because I am... Come on. There we go. All right, everybody. So I am going to be telling you about Semi-Pro. If you want to reach me, you can, of course, go to our email... Come on. Our email. There we go. Our email, tim@otherworldlyculture.com. Or you could, if you don't want it to ever be read, you can send an email to jeff@otherworldlyculture.com.
That's not true. I've opened up a second email because I have so many in my inbox.
Open a second email.
I did.
All right. I believe you. I believe you
should.
100%. So, I have the movie Semi-Pro. I have seen the movie before, so I was revisiting it. Uh, I think I talked about this when we had a previous Ferrell movie. I didn't like Will Ferrell for a long time until I saw Elf. And then I went back and started watching these movies, and that's how I got to see Semi Pro. I would say Semi Pro is probably one of the better Will Ferrell movies, but that's also like saying this is the best piece of rotten fruit I've ever eaten. So it's not a fantastic film, but if you like Will Ferrell, this is going to be, it's a Will Ferrell movie. It's very Will Ferrell-y. Is that a word?
I like
It
Will
is
Ferrell-ish.
Will Ferrell-licious. Will Ferrell-licious.
Do you ever-
It's just, this one I think he's a little more, okay, go ahead.
Did you ever go to Farrell's when it was at South?
Yes.
Wasn't that great? Did you ever?
Good stuff.
Did you ever have them come out and do the happy birthday thing?
Oh, yeah.
I never did. We've seen other people do that. The Miller family never had that. We just lived off of other people's fun.
I think we did it once, but yeah, we mostly saw other people. It seemed like everybody had
I know.
their birthday parties for like 12 and under. That was the place.
Just kind of explain to people what kind of place it was. Like a soda shop.
It was an ice cream parlor.
Yeah.
It was an old-fashioned ice cream parlor in the 70s and 80s that looked like it was in the 20s and 30s.
Right. It was in a shopping mall.
Right. And it seemed to be in every shopping mall. Anyway.
Oh, really? It wasn't just for us?
No, it was everywhere.
No kidding?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It was a franchise.
Okay.
It was a franchise. That's why we can talk about it on a internationally syndicated program. Anyway, Semi Pro is the story of the end of the, is it the ABA?
Yes.
The ABA. It's really it was kind of like a minor league basketball team that somehow ended up on television. Is that fair to say?
It's fair to say.
Yeah. They're probably most famous for, they had a really ridiculous looking basketball that was white and
that
red,
is
white,
awesome.
and blue.
That basketball is awesome.
It's just, well, you'll see it in a couple of
They
these
should bring it back.
shots that we have here. Now, here's the thing about Semi Pro. And when you're watching a lot of sports films like I'm being forced to do against my will, you get to see the same movie over and over and over again. And this is one of them. Because it's a team of losers and weirdos that need to win to keep the team even alive in any way, shape, or form. It's like, oh, gee, Major League... slap shot over and over. We see this in these comedies. It's like, if you don't win, it's always got to be the team is going to be sold, or it's going to go to Nebraska, or something really dire is going to happen. So this is another one in that genre. Honestly, I think the weakest thing is actually Woody Harrelson. Every time he's on the screen, he's kind of like, he's supposed to be kind of the sane one in this group of nuts. So it's kind of like, okay, this is kind of the boring part of the movie. It's him, getting the team to work together and all that sort of crap. And he had a romantic subplot that didn't even feel like it was in the same movie. Yeah. I was like, it'd be nice if Woody was somewhat funny, because, like, you see Caddyshack, even Chevy Chase is a little bit crazy. Everybody's a little bit crazy. In this one, he's pretty down to earth. Now, on the other side, we have the completely over the top, has no control over his own body, Will Ferrell. He plays Jackie Moon, who's best known for singing the disco hit, Love You Sexy, which I tell you, what a dance hit that was. I remember when that was on the top 10. It was a great big hit. I used to do the disco dancing and compete in it,
How'd you do in that?
I was very young, so I was in the Little Tykes disco that we went to. Okay. It had very few drugs, it turned out, compared to the other places. No, there was like a preteen disco in town. Went there and competed,
Wait,
but
what?
the same guy won every week because
Where was
he and
this?
his partner could do something where he flipped her over his back or something.
Really?
Yeah, there was one.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it was bizarre. Anyway, but I took disco dance classes and all that, so yes, that was
Really?
when I was growing up, kids.
That's incredible.
I am.
Did you wear a white tuxedo?
I did not. But I wasn't wearing a t-shirt either. You know, it was like
You had the gold chains?
didn't do that, but I always had the dress shirt. It had, as I recall, had really.
We
large...
need to see some pictures of that Trog store.
Okay.
We need pictures.
All right, let's move on.
We need pictures.
So, one of my favorite lines, by the way, at one point, somebody says, Jackie Moon, with the possible exception of Henry Ford, Jackie Moon has done a lot for the city. I thought that was pretty hilarious. Now, at one point, Jackie gets really racked up.
Yes.
And there is a great line that one of the announcers, really the two announcers, Will Arnett and whoever that other guy is, steal the movie
They do.
wholeheartedly.
Yes, they do.
This line I had to write down. Jackie's teammates are doing just a horrible job of stabilizing his spine as they carry him off the court. It's just awesome because they were like juggling him as he was going in. I will admit one of the best scenes in the movie is where they figure out if they're going to have a fight, they should do it during commercial breaks. So they waited to see the cameras come off and they all just go to town on each other. That was hilarious stuff, I have to say. The other highlight of the film was Jackie's wife pulling her shirt off at any time. It was a running joke that never really got old for me.
There you go.
Interestingly, I have to say this. I was watching the credits, and sometimes names will pop out at me.
Yeah.
In the stunts, there was literally a stuntman named Buddy Love.
Really?
Buddy Love. Come on. That's got to be a put on, right?
Oh.
That sounds like a fake name. Anyway. Now, unlike the Fish That Ate Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh.
They kept accurate score during the film, which was nice.
Yes.
I did like their Let's Get Tropical. What were they? The
Tropics.
The Flint Tropics. What a great name. That was pretty good. The problem I had is sometimes they were getting the sports side right, and every time they did, they forgot to continue being a comedy. So it was almost like there was an on-off switch in the movie, and I wish it wasn't quite as jarring.
Okay.
So that was one of my issues. Now, something I learned from watching this is that the alley-oop was invented in the ABA.
ABA did a lot.
And the alley-oop, I thought, was a comic strip character and a novelty tune in the 60s. But apparently, it has got something to do with throwing your balls in the air like you just don't care.
Right. And then the person grabs them and jams them down the hoop.
So somebody grabs your balls and sticks it in a ring.
Yes.
Okay. Doesn't sound pleasant to me.
The ABA came up with a lot of great stuff. They had the 3-point. They had that basketball that's awesome. They had the slam dunk.
Now,
they were
the
awesome.
3-point came in, right?
Yes.
To the NBA?
Yes.
But the ball did not.
No, I wish the ball did, man. That ball is awesome. That red, white, and blue ball, don't you think that's so cool?
We actually had one of those.
Did you? Oh, man.
Yeah, we used to have that.
You're so lucky. You went to Farrell's. You had a red, white, and blue ball.
Living the life of Brian.
Did you have a big wheel also?
You know, and
or a green machine?
I didn't know much about the USFL when I started watching.
USFL?
Yeah.
No, wait, what are you talking about? That's football.
Oh.
United States Football League. Donald Trump bought it.
Right. Right. And they have a red, white, and blue ball.
No.
Well, you're making stuff up.
No, you're talking about the ABA.
Oh. Now, wasn't Bob Costas actually started with ABA?
No, Bob Costas. Why even bring his name up? Like, this is a Bob
He
Costas
actually
free.
did.
This is the
I
Bob
looked it up.
Costas free
I looked it up.
zone.
I looked it up.
No, he wasn't even alive. He wasn't even alive then.
No, he was.
He was like 3 years old.
Okay.
During the ABA,
Yeah.
there's no way.
Yeah, he was.
Well, I will look it up too.
Mm-hmm.
But please, let's make this hour a Bob Costas free zone. I'm not.
Well, how much was true about this movie?
A lot.
Like?
Well, I can't talk
There
about
was bear wrestling? Was there bear wrestling?
in the ABA.
Yeah.
No, but I think they're trying to show.
Oh.
They're trying to show how these teams would do just about anything to get people in the stands, get people to watch their
If
product.
I was Will Ferrell, all I would do is put that wife of mine up on the table every time. She seemed very helpful in that regard.
You know that whole bear thing. Did you check into this? Do you know what happened with that bear deal? That bear actually killed the stuntman. So
Probably Buddy Love.
So what happened? I don't know the dude's name, but so not the stuntman, but so there's a stuntman that filled in for Will Ferrell when he's wrestling the bear because Will Ferrell didn't really wrestle a bear.
That's a good thing.
But the stuntman's cousin was trying to train this bear like after this movie and all that, and the bear bit him in the neck, killed him.
Oops.
Wow.
You know, though,
Wow.
here's something I'm going to tell you. Here's what I'm going to tell you. You get all mad about the fish that ate Pittsburgh.
No, it's the fish that saved Pittsburgh.
You get all mad about it. But in this movie, we're supposed to believe that a bear was just crawling around that stadium for like 2 weeks before it attacks again. What is it? It's like a super spy bear?
It could happen.
No, this is not plausible. It's getting -2 points just for that plot point.
No.
Okay. You know what time it is?
No.
You know what time it is?
It's horror movie connection time.
It's horror movie connection time. That means what I do is I look at all the people that were part of the movie Semi-Pro, and we try to figure out if they've had past horror movie connections. Now, what I've done, I've actually counted up every movie these guys have made.
No
Then
way.
I've counted up how many horror movies, and I got a percentage
Wow.
as to who has
that's amazing.
the largest percentage. And I'm going to keep track throughout the year.
This is why when you watch this show, you watch this show to listen to Tim. I learned so much from
That's
Tim.
true.
And Tim, you're going to
Everybody should listen to Tim more often.
Tim, you're going to be wiser than I am about this, but Tim knows his stuff. What you guys are going to learn right now is just incredible. This is incredible. Go ahead, Tim.
I'll admit, I am incredible.
See, you can't. Oh my God!
I'm
Just go.
such an ass.
Just go with it. Go with it.
So let's start with, of course, Will Ferrell. Now, he is, I get to press this one, a Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Because he's been on here with Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. He was a producer on The Menu.
No.
The movie we went out
saw
to
that.
see. Yes.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was also a producer on Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters.
Really?
However, as an actor, his only horror movie was called Bucket of Blood in 1995. I believe it was a TV movie.
So it must have been when he was
So
getting going.
he only has 1 out of 137 movies. That's a 0.7%.
That's low.
That's pretty low. Now we go to our next horror movie connection, Woody Harrelson. Guess what? Another Hall of Famer.
Yes.
He's done White Men Can't Jump, Kingpin, and upcoming later in tonight's show, Zombieland.
Cool.
Now, his horror movies, not too many either. He was in Bay Cove and the 2 Zombieland flicks. Some people would count Natural Born Killers. I think it's horror adjacent because he plays a serial killer. So I could go either way on that one. But we're going to go with the official IMDb designation, which is 3, and he's a 2.7.
But he's been in 113 movies?
113 movies.
Oh my God.
Andre 3000.
Yeah.
He has actually made 51 movies total. He's had 2 horror movies, but they both sucked. So his number is 3.9% just because he doesn't get to do many films.
He's a singer too.
Yep. He should stick to it. Number 4 is Tierney. Maura Tierney.
It's hard to say, isn't it?
Yeah,
See?
she's one of these kind of foo-foo-fa-fas. No horror credits. She is the big zero.
She was in talk radio, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure I'm connected.
Yeah, she was kind of like the love interest of the guy from Kids in the Hall, Dave Foley. Yeah. All right, then we got Will the Animal Arnett. No real noteworthy horror appearances, but he did make 4 movies that fall in the horror genre. David Ketchner, you've seen him. You've seen him in a ton of comedies. He does a lot of work, but he was also a main character in both Krampus and Piranha 3DD.
3DD, baby.
And I love Krampus. I think Krampus is an excellent film. Piranha 3DD I have a lot of affection for.
Yeah, so do I.
Because I've actually have interviewed the guys that wrote the script on that one. So they are the same gentleman that wrote The Collector. So anyway,
and Tim and I grew up with a piranha in our neighborhood.
What?
That piranha that was at the pet store in Muskego.
Oh yeah.
So that kind of got a connection there.
Okay.
But Double D. So if you know what Double D,
yeah, it's a good movie. Rob Corddry. Now he plays Maura Tierney's boyfriend that's in love with Woody Harrelson. I think more than Maura is. He's done a lot of great comedies again, and it's sometimes difficult to find, comedians on these. But Rob did do 3 out of his 115 films, giving him a 2.6%. Of these credits, I love the movie. It's a rom-com, Warm Bodies, which is a romantic comedy with a zombie. And he was good in that one.
Is it a Hallmark?
So, yes, not very Hallmarky. It has Nick Holt in it, and I thought it was a good movie. Matt Walsh. You recognize him?
I do.
He was the ref, Father Murphy or whatever.
But I'm trying to think what else.
Matt Walsh does a fair amount of comedy work, but his percentage is only at 1.1%. However, there is a movie that was in his list that I'm like, I gotta find this. Death by Fungus sounds like one of the greatest horror movies
Doesn't
ever
it?
made. That sounds fantastic. So it was worth watching Semi-Pro so that I would learn of the movie Death by Fungus. We'll see if I like it when I finally track it down. Now,
do you remember Uncle Fungus?
What?
Uncle, you went to UW Milwaukee. He wrote for the UW Times.
I don't
Uncle
know.
Fungus, he had his own column. So Uncle Fungus, if you're listening, shout out to you.
Oh my God. All right. Then we come to off the rails.
This is what I bring to the show.
Do you recognize this gentleman? That is Jackie Earl Haley. He was in a number of sports movies because he made Breaking Away.
But wait a second.
He was in Breaking Away.
What?
Do you recognize him?
Yes, I know exactly.
He's the guy that threw the full quarter.
Yes,
right?
But he's also was in Bad News Bears.
He was.
Hall of Famer. We had him before.
Wait a minute. Was he in there? Yes, he was. He was. So you're right.
Look at how much I bring to this show.
But there is something
I don't know
that's even more interesting.
Nope.
He has the highest percentage of everybody in the cast that I reviewed.
Really?
6 out of his 68 films are horror movies, which gives him an 8.8%, which is pretty good. One of the big reasons is he played Freddy Krueger in the reboot of Nightmare on Elm Street.
I can see that, though.
And he was also in the movie Dark Shadows when they made that. He is a creepy looking guy. He can really do that where he'll scare you.
Dark Shadows. Is that a superhero that had a thing over his face?
No, Dark Shadows was a soap opera.
Oh, okay.
That was that had a vampire in it.
Oh,
that was its gimmick.
Not familiar then.
Say. They made a movie with, was it Johnny Depp, I think, not too long ago, and that's what he was in.
Pirates of the Caribbean?
But Anyway, it's time for me to give it a grade.
All right, let's hear it. I know. There's something in the air. It's like pollen or something.
I don't know what it is, but I'll tell you what I'm looking at
What you looking at, Tim?
I'm looking at giving this 7 big points.
That's what I like to see.
7.
That's what I like to see.
It's funny, but it's not. Let me put it this way. I don't think it's got a lot of replayability. I don't think I'm going to be putting this one back into the machine anytime soon.
So
to watch again.
So if I didn't assign this to you, you probably wouldn't have watched this again for a long time or ever.
Correct? I think you are correct, sir.
All right.
I think you are correct.
Fair enough.
So but
I'll take a 7. I will take a 7.
That's a darn good starter for you. Also want to thank all the folks that are in our chat room. There's people kind of bopping and bebopping
really?
in and out.
Like who?
We're doing a show. Can I do the show?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Because
you know what's coming on right now?
A break.
It is. It's the big break. It's sports time.
Oh, that? I thought we were just having a commercial. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, everybody. I get these special little things from him all the time. It's like, Tim, I got a special rant for this week's show. It's going to be awesome. Make sure you're ready for it, blah, blah, blah. And then I come and I do the show, and he's not ready.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm kind of over my rant, but we'll still get you some sports.
Okay.
I'm Jeff Miller. And these are...
That's up there.
Oh.
Stop being scared. He's scared of
I'm Jeff Miller, and this is the sports that I know.
All right.
The Packers open up their 2023 NFL season behind Jordan Love, and they beat the Bears. The Bears still suck. The Packers have Atlanta this week, which will be a little tougher for them because Atlanta has a great pass rush. So we'll actually see how good Jordan Love is. The Bears, lost. The Lions, they won. And that's about all in our division. So Let's go to baseball. Baseball. The Brewers have a 99, like I said earlier, but I'm sure it's going to be cut out. The Brewers have a 99% chance of making the playoffs, which they probably will do, but they will get the 3rd spot. So that means that they're going to have to open up against a wild card team. It'll be a best of 3 series. So we'll see how they do. The Atlanta Braves, though, they clinched last night, they're a tough team. They're going to be tough. And let's see, basketball, nothing there. Soccer, nothing there. Hockey, the Admirals open up soon.
Why would you even bring up soccer?
I don't know. Soccer's all right. I actually get into the World Cup. You know that?
Do you?
Yeah. But that's all the sports that I know.
All right.
Back to Tim.
Thanks so much. And, something that we haven't done recently here on the program. Wait, where's the clothes? Gosh darn it. Jeff?
Yeah.
Why isn't this doing what it's supposed to do? Let's try this. No, that didn't work. That's awesome. Wow. I didn't know you could dance.
I gotta do something. We gotta fill up some dead air here.
How about this?
Nope. Oh,
there we go. Look at that.
I love Merch Madness.
There we go.
It's merch time.
There we go. This is my happy place.
It is.
This and Piggly Wiggly.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is there a hockey guy? Get out of there. There we go. Why did I change that? That's weird. Okay. We'll see what happens when I hit this button.
Oh my God. This is incredible tonight.
Oh my God. Let's see.
We will return you
there we
to
go.
the regularly scheduled program in just a moment.
Let's make some merch money.
Dead on the Bases has Get this high-quality, durable garment at our store or a fine partner location. Get our classic and classy tees that really shine, worn out on their own, made with a super soft blend of ring-spun cotton and polyester to help the shirt keep its shape, as it will soon be the shirt you wear for all occasions. And what else do we have coming in the line?
I'm thinking about getting coasters. Nope. I'm thinking about getting tumblers, Yetis.
Better.
I don't know, man. I think we got a market going. I don't know.
As always, Jeff, you are so right. Get this fabulous product now at a location near you. Dead on the bases when you care. And when you are...
Open it up, mosquito style! People like to sing along with that portion.
That was something else. That was
the
a night to forget. But
There have been many. Now, a place where you can get your merch, because people keep asking me, where's a retail location? People ask me.
really?
All the time. So, I tell them where they need to go. Is it this year's Horror Realm coming up March 1st through the 3rd? The website has been updated because they've made a bunch of guest announcements that are rolling up in the top screen there. Give it a second and they'll start normalizing. There you go. Those are
Cleve,
collectible. Those are collectible baseball cards of Horror Realm. Lots of great folks are going to be there. And a lot of movies you're going to have to watch, Jeff, to prep yourself for
I know.
this. That little guy was called Dr. Satan. I think you'll love that
I don't want to
movie.
watch that. It sounds like
I think you would just love it. A lot of great guests coming out to Pittsburgh March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd for Horror Realm 2024. It's only 168 days away, which means there's 168 days that I'll be listening to Jeff say, "Hey, did they get anybody from the thing? Is Kurt Russell coming this year?"
No, we should get.
Oh, here it
Salma.
comes. Salma Hayek. Yeah, that's all right.
You know who else? You know who else we should get is
Who?
Virginia Madsen.
Virginia Madsen.
Candyman.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
about? I know. How about Elizabeth Shue? She was in The Invisible Man.
And in Piranha.
Yeah, she was in Piranha.
She was.
She's a game. She's a warden.
Was she a game warden? I thought she was like a sheriff.
She's a sheriff.
She was
I
an
could be a
official.
sheriff too.
Oh my God.
There we go. There's the connection.
There it is.
But no,
There's something, all right.
Horror Realm is coming. If you've never been to it, you gotta go. It's fantastic,
It's a lot of fun.
and there'll be new merch.
Oh my God, I hope not. But
It rhymes with Rucker Rap. Rucker Rat. It rhymes with Rucker Rat.
okay, all right, we're gonna get to the next portion of the show as quickly as possible. Let's
you ever
Jeff
have-
it up.
I don't even Jeff it up. What the?
Let's Jeff it up.
Here it comes.
Here we go. We're Jeffing.
I don't know if I like this shirt so much. It makes me look. I gotta get a better shirt. I just threw this on and I don't know. I had this at the ball game because I was supporting the team. Oh, there you go, Jeff at otherworldlycultural.com. Now there is a second website. Tim does not have it up there yet. It's just that this email has been so full. I try to get to all the emails to respond back.
There's something that's full right now.
I still have
There's something that is quite full.
I
of
still
it.
have 3,205 emails that I have to read. They just on the off season, people are asking me, when are we gonna get merch? When are you coming out
No,
again?
what they're asking is, can you help me out? I am a prince of Nigeria, and we need some money.
Do you remember when that was all popular and all that?
That was never popular. It just happened.
I had a bunch of people doing that to me.
But it was never popular. It was not popular.
I think a lot of people were doing it.
It was frequent, but never popular. Nobody
why-
went, "Oh, that's
But
great."
I don't know how they found, like, I had this one girl doing it to me. She was like, hey, I need to get out of Bulgaria.
Hold
or
on,
something.
can we isolate that sound? There was some girl that was doing it to me.
No.
Let's see.
No,
I think
she
I
was-
got it here.
no.
Hold on.
It was something similar to the Prince, that Prince thing, but it was
Yeah.
some chick, and she's like, oh, but if only you send me someone. And I'm like, all right. So I just kept on seeing how far this would go. I never sent her any money. And then finally she just gave up. You can't
Now
find
listen, hold on a second.
Hey, yup.
Listen.
Hey, yup.
It's a
Wait.
story.
Listen.
Hey, yup. Yes.
Listen.
Now listen, hold on a second. Am I telling a story? Wait. I don't
It
know what's
was.
going on. Hold on a
Listen.
second.
Listen.
Hey, yup.
Confusing Jeff.
Now listen, hold on a
for
second.
7 seasons.
But
now.
here's the thing, though. When I've got things in my head and I'm not saying them out loud, they're just in my head rattling around, so I got to say them. So this is what I'm going to say, so listen here.
Listen here.
Zombieland.
Zombieland, tell us about it.
I want to, because this is a Jeff horror movie. This is a movie that it's right in that sweet spot.
This would be what's called a softball.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It's an hour.
What he was remember when he was complaining at the beginning of the show? This is what he was complaining about. Go ahead.
But wait a second. This softball was decent. They had softball last year with the Monster Mash or whatever it was. I did not. Take
Well,
that.
Monster Squad's a kid's movie.
Well, whatever.
Yes.
But why would you give it to me? You think I'm a kid? Come on. Anyways, back
Frankly, I thought you'd be terrified.
to Zombieland. 2009, rated R for Watch Out. It's
There isn't even an R in watch or out. Unless you say it like Scooby-Doo. Watch out!
exactly. So it's it's an hour and 28 minutes long, which
This is your review. It's an hour and 28 minutes long.
no, I'll get into more, but
Okay.
that's how I always start. It's like when you open
It's
a book.
not how you always start.
It's like
but
when you
okay.
open a book, you read the preface, and then you go in and you read
Should
chapter 1.
I tell you what happens when I start a sports movie? I press to see how long the movie is, and then I stop the film and I cry for a bit. Because I know how much of my life is about to get wasted.
Look at that. Semi-effing pro. 1 hour and 31 minutes. I know that's in your sweet
It
spot.
was-
I know that's a good movie for you.
That's why
I
made
know
it
that.
to 7. Most of the movies this guy gives me are like 2 hours and 45 minutes, and you want to blow your brains out about a half hour in.
And then you'd become a zombie unless you got double tapped. But we're back to Zombieland.
Zombieland!
So I'm going to start out like I usually do. Preface, table of contents, chapter 1. It's an hour and 28 minutes long. Sweet spot, good amount to go at. Now, you have people in there like Jesse Eisenberg, Emma Stone, Woody Harrelson, Abigail Breslin. You have an all-star lineup in this movie. You have people, those 4 alone have all been nominated for Oscars.
Ooh.
One of them has won one.
Ooh.
But they've all been nominated. So you know you have a good movie. You know you have acting creds here. So what happens is, the reason why I like this is this movie is a little bit here and there, up and down, and that's my kind of movie. So this starts out with Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
He starts out by telling you a little bit about what happened to the world, the United States, whatever. He says that it's turned into a zombie land for less words of a better pigeon, or no, for lack of a better phrase. There you go. So he says this, right? But he's giving you all these rules, and it's so cool because he's like, gotta know your cardio. So you're watching a guy getting eaten because he's a big fat guy and he gets stopped and he starts eating.
It does a lot of fat shaming in this film. There's a lot of. I think it's problematic.
No, I think they're trying to tell people, get your cardio. By the way, anybody looking for memberships in the general area,
Here it goes.
go to Innovative Health and Fitness, located at 8800 South 102nd Street. Ask for Jeff. I'll get you set up. Anyways, that's if you need the cardio.
He sometimes goes by Jazzy Jeff.
Now, don't get me confused with DJ Jazzy Jeff. He's a little bit more urban. So back to
Who could be more urban than you, Jeff?
all right. So back to Columbus, Wichita, Tallahassee, and Little Rock. So, but it's kind of cool because he's giving you the rules of Zombieland. Don't make sure you have your keys. Check your back seat, all sorts of stuff. That's all pretty cool. So what happens is you find out that he's like alone. It's like it's kind of sad too because all that's around him are zombies. He's like he wants to go home. He wants to see if his parents are still alive. They're not going to be, but he wants to go home. On his way going home, he runs into this maverick, this cowboy, this lone wolf, Woody Harrelson. Now that I
I'm doing a wolf there.
Now that I say lone wolf,
I'm doing a wolf.
wouldn't it have been funny if it was Zach Galifianakis? What's his name? The dude from
I'm
Hangover.
not helping you.
Zach.
Galifianakis.
There you go. Think if he would come up and he would have been the Woody Harrelson character, and he would have just been.
I honestly, I don't like Woody Harrelson.
You
a
don't?
lot of times
You don't?
because
well, I'm
he
giving
took
you
my
another one.
beloved. He
Zach
took
Galifianakis.
my beloved coach's place on Cheers.
Well, Coach died.
And I don't care.
What were you supposed to do?
They replaced him. They should not have replaced him.
Then who's tending bar?
Sam could do some freaking work.
Sam's got women. Anyways, back to the movie.
But Woody Harrelson, this is perfect casting for him.
Thank you.
He was the perfect movie.
Like I said.
Perfect movie for him.
Oscar nominee. So back to the show. So back to the review. So now they're both wanting to, so they're both going to go east, right? They're in Texas, I believe. They're going to go east because he's got to get to Columbus. Woody Harrelson's trying to get to Florida, Tallahassee. They're trying to get to these places, whatever. But then they run across Emma Stone and Abigail Breslin. And they come across them when they go to a supermarket. And don't worry, I'm not going to give all this up. But they go in the supermarket, but it's kind of cool because Woody Harrelson knows that zombies are everywhere. So he plays his little banjo. And they come out. It's like when it rains out and worms come out of the ground. The zombies come out at night.
You realize what the reference was, right? When he plays the banjo?
Yeah, from Deliverance.
You're right.
I know what's
He
going
said, you got a pretty mouth.
I was Ned Beatty. I wasn't born yesterday. I know these things.
Yeah, well, I've been around for 900 years, so.
But yet you were extremely small during the disco era?
I was.
You were very young during the disco era?
I was.
Okay. Back to the movie. Back to Zombieland. Zealand. No, Zealand's a different movie. Don't get this confused. This is Zombieland. So now they're like these
There's
two.
no Zealand.
Yeah, there isn't there?
No.
What's it called?
The one with Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
What is that one called?
Z.
World War Z.
Yeah, same
World
thing.
War Z.
All right. So anyway, so back
But
to
it's
this.
not Zealand.
All right, no, it's not. But
There was a one with Ben Stiller that was Zoolander.
no, I was thinking
That's
of
kind of close.
no.
It's zombie adjacent.
No,
You'd
but-
have to be a zombie to laugh at
It has a Z and O in it.
Okay.
So, but anyways, but Zealand and World War Z. So, but you know what though? If you want to call World War Z Zealand, it's cool with me.
No, it isn't.
So, but now listen.
Because it's not the
So
name
now
of the
they're
film.
going. They pull out things, but so the zombies are coming out like.
Like worms
I've
after the
been
rain.
working on this, Tim. Tim, I've been working on this stuff. Come on, I've been working on these analogies and stuff.
Okay.
So they come out. They're coming out of the down the aisles like
Clavicle.
worms out of the thing, out of the ground. And then Woody just takes his banjo, whacks them. It's kind of good. It's a very good movie. I would like to have been in this just for the simple to get out aggression. It's a good movie to get out aggression. Not sitting there watching the movie, but if you put yourself in Woody Harrelson's position and you can just clobber something, it's a good feeling. But anyways, I digress. So we're back to the supermarket. So what happens is Emma and Abigail, what turns out they're sisters, but they're like con artists. They con the guys, they take off, and now what happens is somehow they meet up again, and they're still trying to make their way to California now. So actually Jesse and Woody, they don't want to go east anymore. They want to go west because there's a place called Pacific Playland.
Right.
Oh, all right. So they want to get there because it's zombie free. So basically what you're trying to do, it's like,
Which means you get all the zombies you want for free.
well, no. So it's an event. It's like a journey movie. It's like The Wizard of Oz.
It's a road trip.
It's a road trip. It's a road trip. Like Vacation with Chevy Chase. Similar.
Almost the same film.
Kind of. But
They carry around a dead woman through half of that movie too. Remember Grandma? Is
yes,
that
I
on
know.
the
We're
road?
not going to give away a spoiler on this. Bill Murray.
Well, that was a spoiler. Not Ingamine Coco's part in Vacation. You just spoiled a movie from 2019. I talked about a movie from 1980.
Actually, it's from 2009.
Was it 2009?
I mean, I built you up in
Wow,
the
it's been a while.
I built you up in this beginning of this thing to say Tim knows a lot of stuff. He doesn't even know his years.
I denied it, and yet you kept going.
So, anyways, I think these actors and actresses have really good chemistry. I think the chemistry between the actors and actresses is great. I'm not a big fan of Jesse Eisenberg. I never saw Social Network, but every other movie that he seems to be in, he plays this. I don't know if I should do something to a girl. I don't know. Should I do? I'm not a Jesse Eisenberg fan. And his character.
Actually, Social Network was the role he was meant to have because that character you just described is what Mark Zuckerberg is. So
Okay,
it
really?
was like, yeah.
Well, I
he
don't.
didn't have to act.
He's okay. Well, there you go. He's just not. He's like the Ross of this movie. I detest Ross from Friends. He's like the Ross of this movie for me.
I like Ross. He was on a break. You're still holding it against him.
He just. Oh my God.
I didn't like the monkey. There, by the way, no monkeys in Zombieland.
No, but there's zombies in there, and these zombies, they do a good job with these zombies. Oh, I got to bring up. Look at this. I prepared, Tim. Amber Heard. Now, Amber Heard, whether you heard or not, she was in this court battle with Johnny Depp last summer, I think it was.
No, you don't say.
Yes. So she plays the girl in 406. Now, Johnny Depp, here's the thing. You would have watched her in here. You may never wanted to have hooked up with her there. She's as crazy there as she was on the stand. She's a crazy A zombie.
But she's cute.
Eh.
There is
She's
the
okay.
cute and insane matrix.
I know
The
this.
more beautiful they are, the more crazy you can put
Yes,
up with.
I know. Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
I know, but but if he would have watched her in this, he may have had second thoughts about putting her in Rum Runners, that movie with him, and doing all sorts of stuff with her. So having the large pint. But anyways, I digress again.
Again
But
and again.
Jesse, okay, he does his part. Woody is fantastic. Who doesn't like Emma Stone? And Abigail Breslin, that's a good little coming out movie for her, a little Miss Sunshine-ish, Little Rock type of thing. So they get over to California. I'm not going to spoil this movie for you, but I'm going to tell you what. If you want a beginner zombie movie,
Yeah.
this is your beginner zombie movie. This is it. The blood isn't real. It's all CGI, GS. CGIS? No, what is it? IGF. CGI. It's all CGI. But they have the zombie kill of the week. This is a good movie. This is a good starter movie. I'll tell you what. Anybody watching this, go home and watch it this weekend. Send me an email to the second email address, and let's discuss this. Because I'm not wrong. This is a great starter movie for anybody who's trying to get into zombie horror.
Jeff is not wrong. Write that down. So what are you going to score it?
Oh, it's obvious, isn't it?
10.
No. There's room.
10 and a half.
There's always room. There's
11.
always room. It's always room.
22.
I'm giving it an 8.
Oh. An 8.
I give it an 8. It's a really good movie. It's a really solid zombie movie.
All right. Well, fantastic. Now, we are a little bit behind because of some of the technical issues that we had, so I think we're going to go right into trivia. Are you ready?
Well, don't we want to say that Woody Harrelson has got a sports connection?
Oh, you got one for him? Other than Kingpin and
Semi-pro Kingpin.
White Men Can't Jump
Oh, yeah, that too. We saw him in that too.
and Kingpin.
Yes.
Yeah.
And semi-pro.
And Semi-Pro.
And it's hard to believe he has another 150 movies.
movies.
How is that possible? Is it?
Well, he was in those Hunger Game things. There were about 85 of those.
Are those considered sports movies? Can I throw those your way?
The Hunger Games?
Yeah. It's a sporting thing.
Folks, send emails to Jeff at otherworldlyculture.com and tell him if he can give me the Hunger Games.
Are you an Emma Stone fan? I think
Emma Stone?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like
yeah.
her a lot. She's
Yeah.
not up there with my Elizabeth Shue or my, but she's
I like
there.
Emma Stone quite a bit. Yeah. She's good in this one.
Yes.
She really is.
Yeah, she's no Jessica Alba, but
No.
she'll fill the redhead.
No, she
role.
isn't. But, all right. I think we are going now to something we like to call trivia time.
All right. I'm gonna.
Well, hold on now. You got to let the opening roll. See? Now it's rolling. Okay, the way we do the trivia, folks, is we're going to say 3 statements to each other. 2 will be true and 1 will be false. And the other has to figure out what is true and what is false. And basically tell us which one is the false one. Do you want to go first, Jeff?
Well, Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
So you mean I'm going to answer the question first, or I'm going to ask you the question?
You're going to ask the questions.
All right, I'll go first.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
And it was 2 true and 1 false, right? Okay.
Correct.
All the teams portrayed in this movie were actual ABA teams before they merged into the NBA, except for the Flint Tropics. So everybody else around that table were real teams,
okay.
except for the Tropics. Jerry Minor, who is uncredited as a DJ, is actually Dr. J. Minor, is actually the son of Dr. J. Minor of the Philadelphia 76ers fame. And Tom Bosley's part in Semi-Pro was his last acting gig before he passed away. If you want me to repeat those, I will.
Tom Bosley was in this movie?
I don't know, was he?
Go ahead and repeat them.
In the order that they came out the first time, all the teams portrayed in this movie around that table were actual ABA teams before they merged into the NBA, except the Tropics. Jerry Minor, who is uncredited as the DJ, is actually the son of Dr. J. Minor of the Philadelphia 76ers. And Tom Bosley's part in Semi-Pro was his last actual gig before passing away.
Now, Dr. J was Julius Irving. You're not going to do something lame like, well, I just gave a wrong name, and that would be false. That in itself would...
No, that wouldn't be the reason why
that
it'd be
wouldn't
false.
be the reason it's false. Okay. I'm going to go with Tom Bosley. I don't remember seeing Tom Bosley in the film. So I'm going to say that one's false.
No.
No.
Tom Bosley wasn't in the film, but he had a verbal role.
What did he do?
He did the commercial in there. There was a commercial.
Oh.
And he
okay.
died 2 years later.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I blew that.
That's what she said.
Jesus Christ. All right, here comes my trivia. Trivia. First one.
Yeah.
Zombieland was also a TV movie. Okay, pretty simple and straightforward there.
Damn it.
Let's see. I want to go with the amusement park scenes were filmed at Wild Adventures Theme Park in southern Georgia. And the third one is Woody Harrelson has won an Oscar.
I'm already going to have 5 points.
Okay, tell me.
Well, I don't know. Hold on. What year would that Zombieland TV program come out?
I'm not giving you any of that information.
Well, did it come out before or
Because
after
you
this movie?
always ask these clarifying questions to see if I got to tell, and I'm not answering shit.
Okay. Tim, language. Anyways, so Zombieland was a TV show.
TV movie.
A TV movie.
It was also a TV movie.
It's like a one and done, like a Return from Gilligan's Island type thing, right? Is that what you're saying?
I am saying it was also a TV movie.
Okay, and then you're saying that Woody Harrelson won an Academy Award, and you're saying the other one was, so they didn't really go out west. They went to where? You're saying that it was filmed.
I'll read it again. The amusement park scenes were filmed at Wild Adventures Theme Park in southern Georgia.
And I'm supposed to tell you which one is false.
Correct.
The one that is false is Woody Harrelson has never won an Academy Award.
Okay, but I said Woody Harrelson has won an Oscar.
He has not won one. So
and you said that it was false, meaning he didn't win one, or what are you saying?
Woody Harrelson has won an Academy Award is false. He's never won an Academy Award.
That is correct.
Hell yeah, it is. I know my stuff. That's why.
Yeah.
You should have known that. I would have known that answer because I said that they were all nominated.
Yeah, but you were wrong because Jesse Eisenberg also won an Oscar for The Social Network.
No, he hasn't.
And Emma Stone won for La La Land.
Right, but Eisenberg didn't win one.
Yeah, he did.
Then
I'm pretty sure he did. I thought
Well,
so.
maybe you're right.
Let him look. Let him look.
You're probably right, but you know
our
what?
brother will be looking at it.
But here's the thing. I got 5 points.
Yeah, well, I was banking on you not reading every single IMDb trivia this time. That was a mistake on my
I just
part.
know a lot about Woody Harrelson.
He actually, I think he kind of got robbed a few times.
For Unnatural Killers, yes.
Yeah, Natural Born Killer, I think, I don't like the movie, but he was good.
Here it is, nominated.
22 wins?
Why isn't this going? Why is this computer slow?
Because somebody keeps putting junk on it. That'd be me.
Oh,
Awards. Academy Award. Oh, it is just a nomination.
There you go. I should get another 5 points.
No.
I should get another 5 points for
No,
knowing
you're
more
not.
than Tim.
You're not getting
I know
another
more than
5
Tim.
points. You are constantly trying to scam points.
I know
It's
more than
sickening.
Tim.
It is sickening to me. All right, so let's go to the scoreboard, everybody.
Yeah, let's go to the scoreboard, everybody.
Okay. Okay, so
7-0.
you gave it an 8,
I did.
but I botched the trivia and you got it. So you have an early lead of 12-8.
Bring it
The
on
freight
now.
train named Miller is on the tracks.
Your future sheriff mayor. Shermer.
The
Shermer.
what?
Mayor-
The share mayor?
No, I'll be a
The
mayor.
share mayor?
I could be a mariff. A mariff. A new...
I've heard you called worse.
No, listen to it. It's a mariff. It's a melding between the two departments. Think how strong Muskego could be.
Oh my God. It makes me shudder to think. Hey, everybody, make sure you tune in next week for a very special edition of Dead on the Bases. Inning 2 comes out on September 21st. We'll be live, as always, here on Twitch at our usual times. I will be reviewing the stink turd known as Rudy.
Wow.
Starring a guy that had to be talked into making Encino Man. And Jeff is going to get to see the classic film, the original gangster, Nightmare on Elm Street.
I'm now looking
Such
forward
a lucky man he is. I am going to be filled with self-loathing and hate all week. I'm going to be walking around sad
Why?
that I have to watch this film.
I thought you
Rudy.
liked Nightmare on Elm Street.
No, I'm talking about Rudy, dude.
Why?
Bleh.
Well, that's...
If I can stay away, you know what? I am going to have to
I
get
don't
some
wanna hear that
Mountain Dew
bullshit.
in the house. Or maybe like a lot of sweet tea, maybe. What could keep me awake? Not that movie. Well, we'll find something.
Here's the thing that Tim's talking about. Now, I would be
it's
afraid to fall asleep if I were you because I have Nightmare on Elm Street, and don't Freddy come by and kill you at night when you're sleeping?
You're going to find out
I don't want
very soon.
Do I get a pass on any of these weeks? Can I just pass?
No. Do I pass on these stink turds you give me?
But it's not going to keep you awake at night.
It might.
Could I get a pass? And
I
just
feel
forfeit
so much
points?
pain when I see your films.
Could I
do.
Can I just forfeit points?
I don't care about the points.
Tim,
I don't care about the
Tim,
points.
I've been
You're the one that worries about the points.
Here's the thing. Tim gives us this list. I got this list maybe a month or so ago. I've been sweating this out since then because this is not one
That's your type of
I've
film.
ever wanted to watch to see.
Sure you did.
No, because I have a hard enough time sleeping at night. Now I'm going to think about when I'm sleeping, if I'm dreaming, if Freddy's going to come jumping in my dreams. Great.
It's going to be a great show.
Great. Thanks,
Coming up
Tim.
next week here on Dead on the Bases.
DOTB.
Correct. And he knows that because he spends a lot of time trying to figure out what a new logo is going to look like on the merch and all
Just
this
wait.
stuff. All right. Well, hey, folks, want to thank you. Remember to tune in again next week. And we want to say it's time to close the crypt and call the game. Thank you for watching, and remember to share, subscribe to our show and the feed. You can find the show at otherworldlyculture.com. You can follow the show on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Pandora, iHeart, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and other fine places where you find podcasts. So remember, Jeff, if it's sports, it's a home run. If it's horror,
Run
run
home!
home! We're dead on the bases, and we'll see you next time.
Mosquito needs a Mariff.com.
Mariff? What the hell is a Mariff?
It's a mayor sheriff.
No, it is not. Oh, my. I can't believe I have to watch Rudy.
Is it really going to be that bad for you?
I saw it once before.
There you go. You can see
It
it
was,
again.
it was painful. I'm gonna. Oh my!
Are you
God.
really going to be that upset next week?
Oh my God!
I'll tell you what.
Out.
I'll tell you what.
You're
let's,
gonna find out.
Let's bring in alternate
No.
movies.
No.
You can
No.
watch something different.
You
than
always
Zombieland.
like to find ways to make this more problematic for me. How much work can we make it for Tim?
Instead of putting things that we just hold up cue cards. Like,
God.
I'll just get cut